Hi everyone, this is Grace of GB Maltese, and I thought I would do a paint with me, craft with me, whatever you want to do, whatever craft you choose to work on. I have, from the last video, I have my house with the lights. This is it. This is what I'm working on, and I just couldn't wait. I put the batteries in. And there's a little switch on the side. You turn it on. Look! The lights come on in the house. I just think that is so cool. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like with the diamonds on there, the drills. Okay, this is... I've already poured out some drills. Now I need to pull my paper back. Uh-oh. Well, that was a good job. I ripped my paper. Sure did. I have it hung way over the edge, so it's kind of hard to pick it up. Come on. Pick up. Let's see. So if you get one of these, be very careful. This paper just rips to pieces. Wow. Ooh. Okay, I see. It looks like it's tucked up. So if you get one, it's kind of tucked up underneath this thing here. So I'm just on my fingernail under there and see if that helps at all getting it out. Well, I guess, they wanted to make sure it didn't get out of there. But boy, does it make it hard to get this pulled up. Tell you what. Yep. This is just a real treat. Because I lifted the other side on the top and it does just fine. So maybe I'll just work on it upside down before I tear it to shreds. Okay. I'm going to do it upside down. I can do it both ways. It does not matter. You can see it upside down just as well as right side up. Well, at least I can. That is, it's really in there. Try not to tear it all to pieces. And so I can get started working on this baby because I want to get it finished soon so I can get it up. I'm excited to see how those lights are going to look with the drills on here. Look how shiny these are. They really do shine. Very pretty. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm on color 21. And I have my little piece of paper here. And 21 was the letter O. So here's some O's here. And it's the 939s. Which is a dark blue. These have some beautiful colors. If you didn't see my last video, I opened and showed this new type of diamond painting. I've never done one with lights in it before, so I'm really excited to see how it's going to come out. It's very different. Of course, you cannot use a light board, but you can see this very, very easily. It's not hard to see at all. So let's go on down. Keep going. I tell you what, today it's a Friday and it is a dreary day here in Texas. It is cold and rainy and we're supposed to expect a lot of rain tonight. They said it could be 3 to 5 inches. Just what we need is more rain. Oh well, it's all good. We're gonna make it. I'm inside. I'm blessed I don't have to get outside in that weather anymore to run to school to teach. Those were the kind of days you really want to stay inside and not do anything. But I wanted to talk to you guys and start working on this diamond painting because this is really very original. I went to, this comes from heartfuldiamonds.com, and I went and looked. They didn't have any more of this one here, but I did see that they had a couple of other LED seams. I have a feeling this is going to catch on, and they're going to have a lot more becoming available at different places. So just be patient. You know how it is when things first come out and everybody is trying to get it. You can't find it, and then the next thing you know, they're everywhere. Maybe that's the way this will be. And they can do it all different types of seam. They don't have to just be winter. It can be lots of things. But I have seen some others. Like I said, I think it was 2 other. They didn't have this one anymore, but I saw a couple others they did have. So, if you're interested in checking it out, they do cost more than the regular diamond paintings because you do get quite a bit more with what you're purchasing. You get this hard surface. You don't have to frame it. It comes with the lights, which is very different. The lights are already put in there. You just put your own batteries. It took 3 AA batteries. So all I have to do is work on it, hang it up, and turn those lights on. I think it'll really look cool in the evenings. Of course, it looked pretty bright when I turned it on just a minute ago, didn't it? It was... They aren't dull lights. I'm just thrilled to death that they work. I was thinking, what if I put these batteries in and it doesn't work? I would have been so sad. So I wanted to start it. In fact, I had someone mention, oh, I would like to see you working on it with a paint with me. And I said, you were reading my mind. I said, because I was thinking about doing that myself. So I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to wait any longer. I want to get this one done, hang it up, and it looks so pretty. Well, I did have something crummy happen to me the other day. I was very, very disappointed in this. As most of my subscribers know, I had a giveaway the other day, and I had 2 people who won the giveaway, which was fantastic. And I had one person reach out to me on Instagram, which was fine. She told me her address and all that I needed to know. And then I had another person reach out to me on Instagram and tell me they were the other person, told me their name and are you Grace GB Baltes, blah, blah, blah. And so I said yes, and they wanted an Amazon gift card, and I said okay. So I purchased it, and just like I did for the other person, went ahead and purchased it right then and there. Then, lo and behold, I get an email from the real person who won. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I know they're not 2 people with that same name. There can't be. So I asked the person who emailed me if they were the person on YouTube, and they said yes, and they were so excited, and she's commented on my videos before. So I got to thinking, oh my Lord, somebody has made up an account on Instagram, and they did, because I went back and checked later, and that account had been deleted, and in its place was somebody else. Yeah, they made an account and led me to believe they were one of my winners. Talk about stinky. So somebody out there that is, I don't know who they are. I did report that to Instagram about the account being a fake, and there's not much you can do about it. Anyway, my 2 winners got their prizes already, and so did another person. Oh, I would love to be able to meet up with that person and tell them what I really think. Can you imagine someone doing that? I just really... How can people sleep at night and be thieves? Has anything like that ever happened to you? I'm sure it has. I mean, people, I think, must lay up at night thinking of ways to attack people. So, if you are a person who has a channel that's doing a giveaway, you have to be very careful out there. I've never had this happen to me before. But this time, I was giving either a gift card or money into their PayPal account. Well, this jerk gets on there and says he's so-and-so, because when the account changed, it had a guy's picture there. And of course, it was a different name. So, yeah, I've got to think of a way. Does anybody have another thought of what I can do to protect myself? That's just not right. Because this is for my subscribers who I genuinely care about and was hoping to brighten their day with something. But, wow. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to be able to let you pick, if you want a gift card, PayPal. And all of them did choose gift cards to other places. But I got to do 3 instead of 2, and one was to somebody I have no idea who they are. So, yeah, I was a little bit ticked off about that, but, life goes on. It's the way I see it. I'm sure they'll get theirs one day, but I don't wish evil on anybody. Maybe they needed it. I don't know. I mean, you should have seen the story they came up with. They said they were... I'm not going to mention the name. I mean, they mentioned one of my winners' names. I guess people go on there and look for YouTube channels that say giveaway. Maybe I'm just not going to put giveaway, and you just have to have watched my channel and find it. I don't know. I really don't know. But then that person said, I'm so-and-so, and I'm in, they mentioned a place they were at my grandson's house. And I would really like to give this gift card to him. Could you please send it to, and they gave me a different email address. And I said, sure. I thought, oh, how cool. This is a Christmas gift for their grandson. No, it wasn't. It was a Christmas gift to, I don't know who. But anyway, that's just the way the ball bounces, I guess. Just kind of, you have the Christmas spirit and then something like that happens. But I'm not going to let that get me down. I want to just move on and carry on. And you guys mean more to me than having to worry about something like that. We'll figure out something on giveaways. If you've got any ideas, you let me know. Because I'm, running out of ideas. When I did the one where you went and picked something out on AliExpress, that worked out good because it had to be a diamond painting. But when I did this and let you pick out what you wanted, yeah, I get somebody on there who decides they want an Amazon gift card and, a $50 Amazon gift card, because those were the gifts. $50, either a gift card or money in your PayPal, whichever you chose. So, okay, I've talked about that enough. I'll move on to something else. So, how about all of you out there? Are you getting ready for the holidays? Whether you celebrate whichever holidays you might celebrate. Are you getting things ready? Because some people celebrate the holidays, some don't. But for those who are making gifts, boy, doesn't it get stressful? I've got a shawl that's almost finished, and I have a hat that's almost finished. I just need to pick it up and finish it, and then I need to do a scarf. I need to do another hat and a couple more scarves. So it's getting there, but when this diamond painting came in, it was like, I need to do this. I want to do this right now. Maybe they'll get it next Christmas. Isn't that awful? So maybe I'll work on that this weekend. When I'm talking and doing this, I can't go as fast as when I'm just sitting down and concentrating on doing this. But I enjoy working on it and talking to you guys, because y'all are just so much a part of my life. You're very special to me. And I hope that you're staying warm. Like I said earlier, it is cold and rainy here. Are any of you getting snow? I know that there is some snow north of us going to be coming around. We just get the wet rain. We don't have the pretty white snow. It's just going to puddle up more and more and more and more water. I just pray that no one gets flooded this go around, because sometimes when it rains in certain areas around here, there are some people who live close to a creek or a river, and when that river or creek goes out of its banks, it's nothing to joke about. So, and those of you who are getting through the snow, I know that digging through that snow cannot be a fun task. That's something I don't think I could do. I'd be so cold. I'm like, don't make me go out there. Please don't make me go out there. I'm not used to that kind of stuff. It's bad enough when it's in the 40s and 50s and raining here. When it's not raining, it's not bad. When it's sunny and you've got 40s and 50s and the wind's not blowing, it's just beautiful. I love it. Just enough for maybe a light sweater or jacket. But it's so nice because of summers, it gets so hot. So I'm not gonna complain about this cold, because I am taking this better than the heat, because you can always put more clothes on. But in the summertime, you can be sitting in your house butt naked and still be burning up. It doesn't matter. You can't take anything else off. And especially when you don't want your electric bill to be, $300, you don't put it down real low. We don't. We normally keep the temperature set on about 80 degrees in our house during the summer. My husband thinks that's just perfect, and I just have fans going. So most of the time it's okay. Sometimes I'll put it on 79, and you'd be surprised. Just 1 degree can make such a difference. Let me see. I think I put that on the wrong letter. Yep, I did. I thought I did. Let me check the other one. No, that one was okay. Sometimes you'll be going along and you're just putting them down and you're thinking, well, I think that, I was looking at that, but I really don't think that was the right letter. So, well, at least I did catch it, but I don't think 1 is going to just be the end of the picture. So, are any of you working on anything at the moment as I'm talking with you? Working on last minute Christmas gifts or other gifts? Because birthdays and things are still coming up. My brother just had my second oldest brother just had a birthday on the 5th. I'm talking about brothers. My oldest brother, that those of you who've been listening to me for a while, that has been being treated with radiation for cancer. He took his last radiation treatment day before yesterday. He was so happy that it was over. He goes to the oncologist in a couple of weeks, and I'm not sure when they're going to do a PET scan to see if all the cancer has been eradicated or not. I'm not sure when that's going to be. But he is so happy. When he was explaining what they did, then he sent a picture of the mask that they put on him when they did the radiation on his head. It looked like the mask Hannibal Lecter wore in the movie Hannibal. Oh, awful. And he said that they bolt your head down to the table. I'm like, oh no. No. Now I can see why that would have been so bothersome. He said the first time they did it, it just freaked him out. He had no idea what he was in for. So 6 weeks of having a mask put on your head, and it went down around his neck and shoulders, and then bolted to the table. No, thank you. I'm so glad. He didn't show us that until the very end. Well, they probably let him take his mask home. No one was going to use it. And what's so funny, my brother has the funniest sense of humor. He is hilarious. He told his wife, he said, be careful about putting that mask out in the garbage because our neighbors are going to be wondering what we've been up to over here. Just laughed. Yeah, that would be kind of a weird situation if you saw something like that in the garbage can. Like it looked like something that out of a horror film. So he showed us the picture, and one of his daughters, we were having a multi-text chat. She said, "Oh man, that'd make a fantastic Halloween mask." And it really would, but I know he ain't gonna want to put it back on. And I know I don't want to wear it. Well, he actually did put it on and took a picture of himself wearing it and sent it to us. I'm not going to show you a picture. Some of you might not be too thrilled about seeing something like that. It bothers some people. It didn't bother me because I just knew he was so happy, and he just wanted to show us what he'd been through. Yeah, that was awful. I'm just hoping that this is the third time with his bout with cancer. He's been through lymphoma, skin cancer, and then he had 3 or 4 tumors, skin cancer tumors on his head to take care of. And they also saw on his last PET scan some other places had lit up, so they weren't sure if it's somewhere else in his body or not. I'm just hoping that it's not. I'm hoping and praying that it's all gone. There's nothing left. And he can live a long, healthy, happy life, because he has really had it. He's had a rough few years. He really has. Anyway, I have been online, and that's how I do most of my Christmas shopping. If I'm not making something, I'm purchasing things online. And I'm telling you what, it's when you're purchasing online, sometimes you're not really sure how much you actually bought till those packages start coming in. And I'm just always thinking, gosh, I hope it comes in on a weekday. My husband doesn't see all the packages. Of course, they're for other people, but still, he still doesn't like the idea of purchasing a lot of stuff. Any of you get that way? I mean, it's so hard. I find something like, oh, my daughter would love that, or my son-in-law, that is right up his alley, or find something for someone and you just think, oh, that would be perfect for them, but you've already bought them 5 other things. I've been trying to stay off of some websites, but sometimes it's hard. I get an email and they're having this fantastic sale, and you're thinking, wow, if I don't get it now, it's not going to be on sale, because I'll tell you, it's over in 2 days. Yeah, they have to do that. That way you're in a hurry to get it, because you don't want to miss that sale, do you? But it really doesn't. You don't have to have certain things. But I talked about my last paint with me about my massager, and my husband told me, go ahead and get it. I haven't ordered it yet. I'm still trying to decide which one to get. And I had a couple of people comment and said that they either had one or knew someone who had one of those, and they loved it. So I'm like, well, that's, that's good for me. If my friends out there find things that I'm looking at and they say it works and it's good, that's good for me to know that it works. It's nice to hear from other people what they think about different things that maybe you're going to purchase. I can hear the rain out the window. It's not as hard as it's going to get tonight, is what they're saying. So I just hope there aren't a lot of bad thunderstorms. And the thunderstorms don't bother me. It's my little Yorkie. She goes nuts. I mean, she starts shaking so bad. And she wants to get right up close to me, which is fine, but I hate for her to worry. I know they make those thunder vests. I may need to look into getting one. They just don't have, it doesn't happen a lot, the thunderstorms, but when it does, you're wishing you had something. Oh, and around here, we have some people, evidently they must buy tons of fireworks around the 4th of July, New Year's, because they may be popping fireworks on Columbus Day, Thanksgiving. I'm thinking to myself, really? You're going to pop? And all I could think is, please stop. This is driving my dogs crazy. Well, mostly Ginger. She's scared. Bogey, he doesn't care. He's just like his regular self. He's on the couch sleeping. He has to be with me everywhere I go. I think he thinks we're attached at the hip or something, which is fine with me. I just love my little boy. He's a good pup. He really is. Well, I can say this is very sticky. These are sticking very, very well to this canvas. I mean, this is just so neat. And I'm going to work on this more so that I can show it to you and turn the lights on. I'm anxious to see if it's going to make the diamonds around it glisten more. What? Yeah, I'm like a little kid. I gotta play with my toy and see how it works. But it's fun. This is a lot of fun to do this. I know I've had several of you say, okay, show me another thing I've got to buy. It's so nice to enable people. I get so enabled, I'll watch other channels and see something, I'm like, oh, I gotta have that too. Sometimes I can talk myself out of it, but boy, is it hard at times, because you're thinking, that is just the coolest thing. I really, really want it. But I actually found out about this LED painting from an email I got from Heartful Diamonds. They sent me the email and showed me this cool painting that lights up. I'm like, oh, I gotta have that. Yeah, who doesn't want a light up diamond painting? I certainly do. I like something new, different, and unusual. So here I am working on this when I have another one I need to be doing, but this one's not that big. It shouldn't take too long. It's taking a little bit longer. I'm not concentrating straight on this. I've got other things going on in my mind to talk to you about. Well, I don't know what I want to have for Christmas or Christmas Eve dinner. I don't know what I want to foods I want. I'm going to try to do better than what I did Thanksgiving. I ate too much. It made myself sick. Oh, gotta tell you this. I went to the doctor yesterday. Yeah, for my annual physical, and y'all know how much fun those are. Anyway, my doctor has this new machine in her office, and you put your finger, it looks like one of those things you put on your finger to check the oxygen level. Well, this one you put on your finger, and you have to sit there for 3 minutes without moving or talking, and it's hooked up to a machine. I'm just wondering if anybody else out there has done this. Anyway, it's supposed to let you know how your vascular health is. All the arteries and things, how they're looking, and if they're flexible, and I don't know what all. Anyway, she did that, and I got my report back, and it has excellent, then I think it was good, fair, warning, bad, very bad. Well, I'm sitting there hooked up, and I'm thinking, oh, I know it. It's not going to be bad. No, I've been eating better lately. I've been doing better. Guess I need to do a little bit better. Mine was on a warning. I was so upset. I got to the car, and I was almost crying. I'm like, she told me she wants to recheck it in 6 months to see if I'm able to improve it some, or I may have to go to a cardiologist. So that was a kind of, I don't know, it stressed me out. Have anybody else of you out there done that test? And I just wonder how accurate they really are. Anyway, all I know is I'm going to be getting my butt out and doing some more walking, because I know I need to do more exercise. That would definitely help. And the eating I am doing better with. I have actually lost about 10 pounds. So I just need to lose more, because those were the things. And it also said I had very high stress, and I don't feel that stress. It said physical stress, so maybe that's where exercise would come into play. That might help with physical stress. And how does it tell all that anyway? Putting my finger inside a little clamp. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Have you ever had? I just don't know. My husband and I, we were looking it up online. I think it's kind of worried my husband. He said, oh, I don't really believe in those kind of tests. But he was looking up things for a long time on it to see what some of those symbols meant. I mean, they put initials. They don't tell you what those initials stand for. So that doesn't help me a whole lot. But it did say that I needed to make sure I'm not smoking. Well, I don't smoke. And I don't do, I'm not, and heavy drinking. I hardly ever drink alcohol. I might once or twice a year. I'm just not a real big drinker. Then it said about losing weight, which I know I need to do, and exercise. Here's another funny thing it said. It said make sure you get good rest, light exercise, and then it said, and climbing. What does that mean? Climbing? Do I need to go climb trees? Okay, light exercise and climbing to me do not go together. Climbing is more stressful than light exercise. Do I need to go climb 100 flights of steps? I'll have to get in shape before I can do that. But I just thought it was interesting. When you go to the doctor, you never know what you're going to come out. I'll get my blood test back next week. I'm anxious to see how my cholesterol looks. I think that will give me a really good picture to see if it has come down any from last time, because my cholesterol has a tendency to run on the high side. But my mom's did also, and she didn't eat a lot of fatty foods either. So I think sometimes it's hereditary. But we shall see what the blood tests show. I just need to get out and do some walking. It would be swimming today with the amount of rain that it's got. I guess I could go out with a bar of soap and take a shower and walk at the same time. Get clean walking, and then I'd come in and get pneumonia. Be out there in that cold rain. Oh, and have you ever noticed when you go to the doctors, there'll be somebody there who's sick, and they're coughing all over everything. And they offer masks at the doctor's office. This poor older man, he sounded awful, like maybe he had pneumonia. And he was sitting in the back area where I was, the lab, to do those fun blood tests and all that other fun things you get to do in a cup. And he was just coughing, and finally, I don't know if his wife or somebody asked, could you give him a mask? And I'm thinking, oh, thank God. I hadn't seen the sign before about the mask. All I could think of was, you know, I was pretty healthy when I walked in here. Then I get that test run. I'm in the warning zone, and then there's this poor man coughing his lungs out right over here in this small area where we're all sitting. So going to the doctor's a real treat. Yeah, those yearly physicals, and yeah, got the mammogram set up, and that's another fun thing to do, which will be in January. Fun times. And then the other night, I have 3 dogs, and none of them are over maybe 13, 14 pounds. My Yorkie, she's probably 6, 7 pounds. Bogey, he's probably about 12 pounds, and then Oliver's probably 13, 14 pounds. Well, Bogey and Oliver are my boys, and every time we get ready to go to bed, but you know, they all want to get in the bed. Well, Bogey has this fit about Oliver being in the bed. Oliver has to be under the covers so Bogey can't see him. It's really hilarious. But the other night, Bogey was walking in the room, and Oliver just flew off the bed onto Bogey, and my husband threw the covers over on them. And we were trying to get them unraveled from all the bedding. Got them done. Jerry, my husband, got Oliver and picked him up, and I picked up Bogey. Well, in the process, Bogey was just growling, and I think he was just scared more than anything. Well, if you notice this on my hand, there's a bruise. I don't know if you can see it very good on the camera or not. And I also have a bruise on my upper chest. Yeah, real nice. So when I went into the doctor's office and she did the exam on the upper area, I had to explain the bruise up there. Yeah, my husband and I, we were really getting into it the other night. He slapped me around. All she said was, you should never get in between a dog fight. Well, we really were getting in between it, pulling them apart. Oh, well. I will live through it. It's not my first dog bite, and it didn't break the skin, so it's no big deal. But it was funny. All I could tell my husband was, oh, I gotta go to the doctor with this. And it was like 2 days after it happened, so it had gotten really nice and dark. Oh yeah, it looks a lot worse than what's on my hand. So that's all I could think of is, I wonder what she's going to think. Well, I told her before she had to ask. Yeah, so it's been a fun-filled week. I just am hoping that whatever that poor man had, doing all that hacking and coughing, that I don't get it over the holidays, because I'm so excited. My daughter is coming to my house for Christmas, and she hadn't been to my house for Christmas in 2 years. You know how that goes. So I am so excited. They'll be here. Of course, I need to get everything finished around the house. If I do any decorating, it'll be my little bitty Christmas tree. Because when I was younger and Catherine was little, I decorated like crazy. I had all kinds of ornaments and light up villages and all kinds of things. But when the kids aren't small and don't have any grandkids, and well, I have grand puppies. I got 3 of them. They're not really wanting children, which that's up to them. I'm not a pushy person. I don't say, oh, please. No, that is up to what a person wants, not what I want. Just like I had just one child, I'd have people tell me, you need to have another one. Well, Catherine was quite the little hellion when she was little. And all I could say was, okay, if I have another one and they're like Catherine, and people always say, oh, they're never the same. And I said, yeah, with my luck, it probably would be. And then you'd have to put me into an institution somewhere. Oh my goodness, she was quite the character. She she was I guess she was about 2 years old. And she had gone into the bathroom and she locked the door. And of course, being a young mother, you're thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't get her out of there. I'm going, Catherine, unlock the door. Let me in there. Not thinking I can get the a little thing to push it open, to unlock it. And I was panicking until I remembered to get the little thing and unlock the door. Once I have the door unlocked, my child had smeared poo-poo all over the bathtub, all over the sink. The lucky thing for me was she didn't do it on the walls. That would have been, I guess we'd have stripped them and had to paint. But it was all over everything. And oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, she had gone into that bathroom and pooped in her diaper and smeared it all over. When I took her to her pediatrician later for some appointment, I told him about that, and he said, oh, you've got a poo-poo painter. Yeah, I wasn't amused. He thought that was just hilarious. And back in those days, I used to paint on shirts and just anything. I used to do all kinds of painting. So all my friends said, that's what you get, Grace. She just wants to be artistic like you. And the thing was, I always got Catherine her own little t-shirts and give her something to paint with. I'd give her a little t-shirt. She would get her little brush, and in about 5 minutes at the most, I'm done, Mommy. I want to do another one. So you can imagine how much painting I got done at that time. That was the point when I had to quit doing needle pointing, counted cross stitch, and all those things because she wanted to get my needles, and I was afraid she was going to hurt herself. So I put those things away, and I haven't picked out those things back up again. I enjoyed doing them, but then I got into other things. I still enjoy doing my crocheting, and I love doing my diamond painting, and I do coloring at times. Just depends on my mood, what I want to do. And I'm always looking for other crafts, and I'll see things on some of other channels. I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. And then I tell myself, Grace, you got enough crap in the house you need to do before you start something else. So I'm trying to be good because I really do enjoy doing these things, and it's fun. It's fun getting the kits, isn't it? And buying yarn. Ooh. Yeah. It's always fun to get a package in the mail. And I don't know about you, but I know some people hate the sound of crinkling paper. I love it. So when I'm opening up these diamond paintings and I hear the crinkling on the drills, or when I get an order, especially from Icy Yarns, and it has that crinkly paper, oh, I love it. It just, the sound just makes me happy. Maybe it's because I know I've got something that I enjoy. But some people hate the sound of crinkling paper, and I can understand that. There are some sounds that I can't stand, but like someone smacking on gum, that one does kind of get me some at times. So I used to tell my kids at school, if I didn't notice them chewing gum, I didn't worry about it. I wasn't one of these, like a game warden, a warden in the prison looking to see, do you have gum in your mouth? And jump on them. I really didn't care. Now, when they started blowing bubbles and I could see it, and they take their fingers and pull it out and I told them, I said, if you're not chewing gum like a cow and you're not blowing bubbles, I said, I really don't care, because frankly, I didn't really notice. I'm just not one of those people who's just out looking for a fight. To me, that's just that's being kind of nitpicky. And the thing is, I never had any of the kids put gum under the desks or anything like that, because they knew that I wasn't going to just have a cow over a piece of gum. And there have been studies that show that chewing gum can help you think better. So, hey, we can always use that, can't we? I know I can. I might need to chew more gum more often. So, I just thought that would be a little bit silly. Oh, I remember. All these things I talk about just bring other memories into my mind. I remember my daughter was chewing a piece of gum, and she fell asleep. And she had waist-length hair, very long hair. And when she woke up, unbeknownst to me, she had fallen asleep with gum in her mouth. I guess she was maybe 5, I'm not sure. So the gum was wadded all up in her hair. That's when I found out that peanut butter is the best thing to get gum out of hair. It just slipped right out like butter. Just came right on out, because I'm thinking, oh gosh, nothing like that did anything. I said, get the peanut butter. And it just slid right on out. Of course, you have to wash your hair unless you want to go around with greasy peanut butter smelling hair. But it was better than having a head full of gum and me having to cut a big chunk of her hair out. So, yeah. I think we all learn things that way, don't we? And something happens and you have to do something to save the day. Oh, and then, yeah, talking about a great week. The other night, I think I've told y'all we have a lot of critters around our house, all kinds. Well, our front yard is fenced in for the dogs, and we have a doggy door. They go in and out, and we close it at night to keep animals out that might come in. Well, the other night, Oliver went outside. It was dark. Well, we didn't think anything of it. He's in the yard. Until I happened to be in the bathroom washing my face, and I told my husband, I smell a skunk. There's a skunk out there. And we're thinking, oh, is one of the dogs outside? Yeah, Oliver's outside. And guess who got sprayed? Yeah, Oliver got sprayed. So, yeah, he got a bath with all different types of things. And, yes, I can tell you now that hydrogen peroxide and Dawn dishwashing liquid does very well in removing the scent. He was not happy with us, but I was probably more unhappy than he was at that point. Yeah. So it smelled in the house for a few days of skunk because I don't know that he touched anything when he walked in, or the odor was just seeping in from outside. I had fans on and trying to get the stench out, but if you go outside and come back in, you could smell it. It's faded out now. Now when I go out and come back in, I don't smell it. And that's maybe 4 days, I guess. So it's been just a fun-filled week of all kinds of goodies. Let's see. Anything else happened this week? That was a lot of fun. Oh, I can't think of anything right now. That doctor's appointment was just a real treat. Yeah. So, maybe I need to... I would join a gym, except I know I'd never go. It's not fun to me unless you got somebody to go with you. And I can't take my dog out in there. I can take my dogs for a walk, so I need to just start doing that. Take maybe 1 or 2 of them at a time, because when you get 3 of them walking on leashes, sometimes it's a pain. I've been looking on Amazon for those belts that you can walk 2 dogs at a time, but it looks like most of them are for big sized dogs, but I guess it would work for a small one. I don't know. It just hooks to their collar or harness, whatever you use to walk your dog. So I might have to try that. And then I could take... I have to be careful which 2 I take. Taking the 2 boys. Well, they're not too bad when they're out. And most of the time they get along just fine. It's usually at nighttime. I guess they're tired and grumpy. I don't know. Because other times they can lie side by side and just be happy as anything. They are just fine. I can have one laying on one side of me on the couch, the other on the other side, and they're fine. No, you get ready to go to bed, you know you're sleepy, and yeah, they get you all wound up, so when it's time to lay down, yeah, it's hard for me to get relaxed again. But that doesn't happen too often. I don't think it was the same night as the skunk incident, but they were just in a grouchy mood. Anyway, my mouth is getting dry, and I didn't bring any water or anything in here with me, so I think I am going to say goodbye for now. Let me finish just a few more on here in this one little area right here. But I so enjoy talking with you guys, and I love your comments. They're so it's like we're actually visiting, which makes me so happy. Okay, you know, when you start doing this, it's hard to stop. I get the same way when I'm crocheting. Oh, just 1 more row. If I can get 1 more row done, I will quit. Yeah, well, I get to the end of that row, and well, I need to go ahead and just do another row. 4 more rows. Okay, I am at a good stopping place, I think. So, it looks shiny. Oops. Looks shiny, and I put it upside down for you. Let me turn the lights back on. Isn't that cool? Yay! Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't have any diamonds close to it right now, so I can't tell what it's going to do. But I'm going to keep working on this, and when I get it finished, you will be the first to know. You have a blessed day. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you guys. You take care. Bye.